Good morning, student. Yesterday we have started the chapter primary activities. We have discussed about hunting and gathering as a primary activity, and then we have discussed about the pastoral nomadism or nomadic herding as a primary activity. And today we are going to read the commercial livestock rearing as a primary activity. As the name suggests, the rearing of animals in commercial livestock rearing is done solely for commercial purposes, not for subsistence. So, unlike nomadic herding, commercial livestock rearing is more organized and capital intensive. Why it is organized? Because it is solely meant for profit motive, that is for commercial reason. So commercial livestock ranching is essentially associated with Western cultures and is practiced on permanent ranches. So these are mostly done in ranches. These are big farms. These ranches cover large areas and are divided into number of parcels. And in each of the parcels, several types of activities are done. So the number of animals in a pasture is kept according to the carrying capacity of the pasture land or the parcel that a ranches contain. So this is a specialized activity in which only one type of animal is reared, and important animals including sheep, cattle, goats and horses can be reared. Products such as meat, wool, hides and skin are processed and packed scientifically and exported to different world markets. So see, the product which are taken out from the commercial livestock rearing is mainly for commercial purposes, whereas in the pastoral nomadism, the nomads with the herds of cattle, they roam from one area to another area in the search of pasture land. They feed their cattle and they take the milk from the sheep or cattle, whatever the livestock they have, and they take the milk for their own consumption but not for the commercial purpose. So rearing of animal in ranching is organized on a scientific basis. So the difference between a commercial livestock rearing and a nomadic herding is that one is done with a scientific way and it needs a more capital investment, and it is an organized work that is done in a large farm or ranches. So here emphasis has been given on breeding of the livestock, genetic improvement, disease control and health care of the livestock. The region where these commercial livestock rearing are followed, they are New Zealand, Australia, Argentina, Uruguay, United States of America, where the commercial livestock rearing are still there. Now we'll read about the next primary activity, that is agriculture as the primary activity. So what is agriculture? Agriculture is the art of tilling land. So agriculture is practiced under multiple combination of physical and socio-economic conditions which give rise to different types of agricultural system. So based on the method of farming, we can divide the agricultural type into subsistence agriculture. That means the agriculture is conducted by the farmers for the consumption of the farmers and its family, and if there is any surplus there, then only they sell in the nearby market. But they are not for commercial purpose. They are for sustaining their life. So subsistence agriculture is one in which the farming areas where the farmers consume the product, and it can be grouped into two categories, that is primitive subsistence agriculture and intensive subsistence agriculture. So what is primitive subsistence agriculture? As the name suggests, primitive subsistence agriculture is the age-old subsistence agriculture where primitive tools or methods of farming are used. No modern techniques are there. Only the age-old or primitive techniques are employed. So primitive subsistence agriculture or shifting cultivation is widely practiced by many tribal people in the tropical region, especially in Africa, South and Central America and Southeast Asia also. So these are the regions where primitive agriculture, primitive subsistence agriculture or shifting cultivation is carried on. So the vegetation is usually cleared by fire and the ashes add to the fertility of the soil. Shifting cultivation is thus also known as slash and burn agriculture. The cultivated patches are very small and cultivation is done with very primitive tools such as sticks or hoes. After some time, that means take 3 or 5 years, the soil when loses its fertility, the farmers shift to another parcel of land and clear other patches of the forest for cultivation. In this way, they continue with their cultivation. So the farmers may return to the earlier patch after some time, and one of the major problem of shifting cultivation is that the cycle of bloom becomes less and less due to loss of fertility in different parcels. So it is prevalent in tropical region in different names. We have heard the name zooming. In northeastern states of India, it is called zoom cultivation. It is known as milpa in Central America and Mexico. It is known as ladang in Indonesia and Malaysia. So we have read the primitive subsistence type of agriculture. Now we will read intensive subsistence type of agriculture. This type of agriculture is largely found in densely populated region of monsoon Asia, where the land is scarce and the population is more. So basically there are two types of intensive subsistence agriculture. One is intensive subsistence agriculture dominated by wet paddy cultivation, that means rice cultivation. This type of agriculture is characterized by dominance of the rice crop. Land holding are very small due to high density of population. Farmers work with the help of family labor as it is a subsistence agriculture, leading to intensive use of land. That means in a small parcel of land, they are intensively using the land for production. Use of machinery is limited here, and most of the agricultural operations are done by manual labor. And who are the labor? The laborer are from the family only. Farmyard manure is used to maintain the fertility of the soil. There is no chemical fertilizers used. In this type of agriculture, the yield per unit area is high, but per labor productivity is low. Next type of intensive subsistence agriculture is intensive subsistence agriculture dominated by crops other than paddy cultivation. Due to the difference in relief, climate and soil, some of the other geographical factors, it is not practiced to grow paddy in many parts of monsoon Asia. So where there is no paddy cultivation is done, there the farmers cultivate wheat, soybean, barley, like that. In northern China, such as Manchuria, North Korea, North Japan, in India also wheat is grown in western parts of the Indo-Gangetic plain, and millets are grown in dry parts of the western and southern India. So most of the characteristics of this type of agriculture are similar to those dominated by wet paddy cultivation, but The difference is that it requires irrigation. So the European colonized area, mostly this type of farming can be seen. So what is the difference between intensive subsistence agriculture and primitive subsistence agriculture? In a primitive subsistence agriculture, mainly the age-old techniques are used, whereas in an intensive subsistence agriculture, irrigations are also used. So that is a modern technique of cultivation. The farmers, they do not have to depend on the monsoonal rainfall. So they started with the irrigation. In a subsistence agriculture, primitive subsistence agriculture, it is not capital intensive, but intensive subsistence agriculture, it is a little bit of capital investment is required. So today up to this, next we will read about the plantation agriculture in the next class. Thank you.